Rotarians and guests, please go ahead and find your seat. The program is about to start. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm trying.
Start to sing and dance or something.
Here.
I'll sing it for you.
Good evening, friends. We're going to call this event to order now. If I had a bell, I would hit it. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm actually talking.
I know. If you say shh real loud, people will shut up.
The man in green with a good idea. Welcome, everybody, and good evening. Rotarians, friends, guests, we're so glad you're here. This is a joyous evening where we will celebrate a great year and just as importantly, look forward to next year. We are so glad you're here. And I am going to call forward our district governor nominee. We'll tell you what that means later. Van Langford to give our invocation.
Good evening, and let me go ahead and put it on your calendars this same week, next year at Cross Creek Country Club in Mount Airy, okay? I've already got it on the calendar. Before I pray, I would like just to make a brief announcement. Someone that we need to remember in our prayers this evening. I received a phone call as I was coming down this afternoon from past District Governor Randy Perkins, and he wanted me to express to Debbie and as well as to you why he is not here tonight. His son Reed had some pretty major surgery last week, and Reed is doing well. He came home yesterday. However, he has had a real rough day today. And so Randy said, I really need to be here. I want to support Debbie, and I want to be with my friends at Rotary, but my family needs me. And so I said, Randy, we definitely understand. So as we pray, let's remember past District Governor Randy Perkins, Rita, and Reed Perkins, who, as you know, is president of the Global Trackers Club. So let's remember the Perkins family as we pray. So let's pray together. We are so grateful, O Lord, to be here in this place at this time to, Father, celebrate what Rotary means to all of us. We are grateful, Lord, that in 1905 that you put it in the heart of Paul Harris to form this business networking group that has done amazing things, both in our communities as we read with children, as we fight hunger, as we make a difference in our communities, Lord, but also around the world as we are about to eradicate polio through your help and your grace. Lord, we pray tonight for the Perkins family and lift them up to you for healing and for comfort and for wholeness. And Father, we also lift up to you Debbie Scott, who in just a few short days will be our district governor. And we pray for your wisdom and for your guidance in all that she will do. Father, we thank you for the meal we're about to receive. But Lord, help us to be mindful of those that are not as fortunate tonight and how we as Rotarians can help. We pray these things in your holy name. Amen.
Okay, we're going to turn you loose to eat now, and then we will start the program in about 40 minutes. Enjoy your dinner. Okay, first I have a question, mainly for the ladies in the room. I've heard it's a bad thing if you show up to an event and someone else is wearing the same outfit. Is that right? Have I heard that? Yes? So I showed up with a special tie tonight. Is anybody else wearing this tie? Yeah, there are like 5 of us. Is that a bad omen? No? We'll be all right? Okay, I just want to be sure we get this year started right. thank you for your contributions. It is my pleasure now to call to the front past District Governor Charles Allen, our almost done district membership chair, and past governor from, I'm going to guess, was it 2008-9? Charles, please come on up. The show is yours.
Good evening. We're so glad you're here tonight, and thank you for this opportunity to just be with you. And just, isn't it great to get back together again? Isn't that great? Give a hand. I was asked tonight to introduce our past district governors who are here tonight, and we're going to do that in just a moment. But first, I was asked to look at and share with you a little bit about the role of the district governor and where we are. And we're getting ready to install new officers for this next year, and we've just come through a great year of Rotary. And as we think about that role that the governor comes into, we think in particular that you may not realize, but they are the official officer from Rotary International. And as that role, they have a certain list of things. And I looked on the Constitution Bylaws. It's about 5 pages long, and that's all these pages here. No, so we're not going to read all that. But no, really, when you think of the governor and the role of the governor, you think of that person who has a passion for Rotary, who is interested in making sure that this district continues to evolve and grow and develop. And as they grow and develop, they want to grow in a number of ways. One, this governor, our governors are cheerleaders as such, and the one who encourage us to think, I hope you think outside of the box of Rotary. And as we move forward, one of the things that I've learned as the district membership chair is we have to rethink Rotary. And as we look forward to where this is going in the future, Rotary may look a lot different than we're used to right now today. But you know, we have a list of governors coming in, and we're getting ready to install those officers tonight. And this is the future of Rotary as we think of where we're going to go. And their role of responsibility is multiple. And as we think about that role, we think about where they are, what they will do, and they bring their own personality, just like each of your clubs has a personality. And they bring their personality, and they will put their influence on us as a group of clubs in a district to move forward and think in maybe ways that we might not have thought of. Talk about Imagine Rotary. What a theme, what an opportunity we have today to think about where we're going to go for the future of Rotary. But tonight we have a lot of special guests with us, and as we think about those guests that are with us, in particular our past district governors. You see, when I came in as a governor in 2008 and 9, I had the privilege of standing on the shoulders of a lot of past governors that made a huge difference, men and women who changed Rotary and helped me formulate where I was and becoming a governor. As we think about that list of folks today, we want to think about those that are here tonight. We right now have 29 living district governors in our district. Not all of them are here tonight, unfortunately, but we have a group of them that are. And I'm going to ask each of them to stand in just a moment, and when they stand, just hold. Rotarians, listen, hold your applause. You got that? Hold your applause till we get them all up, and then we'll go from there, okay? Our first governor, who was governor in 2003 and 4, Bob Newton, is here tonight with us. Bob, would you please stand? Hold, whoa. Bob, would you please stand up and just, no, stand up, Bob, and hold on there, Bob Newton. The guy that wandering around with the one eye, and he's been taking pictures of you when you open your mouth to eat, that's Phil Mars. Phil, would you please stand? And thank you, Phil. And I happened to be the governor in 2008, and Phil was in 2005 and 6. And then we have Mike Conrad, who is here. Mike, would you please stand? He was our governor in 2008 and 9, following me. And then we have Carl Trelevin, who is a guest of our district tonight, but he was a governor in 2011 and 12, and we thank you, Carl, for being with us tonight. Then we have Cookie Billings. Cookie is here. She is the organizer. Oh, whoa, stop, no. Dick, we're going to take you out of assistant governor role. Stop that. Okay, all right. Then we have a governor who was a governor in another district, but he is part of our district now, Andy Cusid. Andy, where are you this evening? I saw you earlier. There you are. Hold on. Oh, whoa. Be calm now. Hey. Then we have our EMC tonight, Patrick Eakes, who was the governor in 2014 and 15. Hold on. Y'all are bad. Y'all don't even listen. Okay. And then we have a governor that was in governor 16 and 17. We had him in the dunce corner, but he got his chair out. I don't know how he did that. That's John Spillman. John, would you please stand? And then 2017 and 18, we have Lloyd Navarro. He was over here. Now he's moved back over there. Okay, Lloyd, we're glad you're here. Thank you. And as you know, unfortunately, Randy Perkins could not be with us tonight, and we regret that. But in 2018 and 19, Richard Moore, who is a new member of our district, he was a governor out in Montana, if I remember correctly, and so we're glad to have him part of our district now. And then Tommy Rosser, one of our most immediate past governors. And then our current governor, Chris Justice. Would you please, you're almost a paid EG, but we're going to introduce you anyway. Now, would you please recognize these men and women? You see, each of us as governors comes in and stands on the shoulders of those and the work that those have done before us. And we're privileged and honored to be a part of that. My wife asked, she was telling at the table just a minute ago, said, now, you said in 2000, I think it was 6 or 7 when you were nominated, and it's only a 3-year term, and what are we still doing? Okay, we won't even go there. If you're involved in Rotary and it becomes part of your life, this is what we do. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight, and thank you for this opportunity to be with you and to share this. And thank you, governors, for what you've done and what you will continue to do as we move forward. Thank you. Chris, I think I would like to introduce our governor. Would you please stand and welcome Chris Justice? Please stand.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please eat your cheesecake. So every time Charles talks, I love how he always says the word opportunity. And he does. That is a refrain in Charles' vocabulary. Anytime he's up talking to a group, if we're on a Zoom meeting, he always talks about the opportunity. I had the opportunity, along with Debbie, Van was there the other night. We went to the Yadkin County club's changing of the guard. And I kid y'all not, I glanced at the agenda right before, I'd already gotten my food from the buffet. I glanced at the agenda, and I see a 10-minute segment for me to talk, like at the front of the agenda. Nobody had told me. It's like, wow. All right, well, what am I going to talk about? I mean, I had literally prepared nothing. And I was sitting through dinner thinking about it. And, that's what came to mind, was the opportunity. And I wanted to thank you all for the opportunity to serve this district in 21-22. And I really mean that. I think a lot of times we're asked to do something, and the knee-jerk reaction is to say, oh, yeah, something else to do. And you always hear, well, I've got to be treasurer. I've got to be sergeant at arms. I really want that dynamic to change to I get to do that, right? And when I got this opportunity, that's how I felt. I get to be district governor of District 7690. And it has been everything that I'd hoped it would be. I am a chronic do-it-yourselfer. Stephanie's here tonight. She will tell you, if anything breaks in the house, I don't care what it is, I can YouTube it and fix it. I mean, that's my attitude, right? I am gonna do it myself. And she's like, maybe your time would be better served at, work making us some money and not fixing the garage door. But that's how I am. And when I got in this position, to say that there was an overwhelming amount of things to do is an understatement. And I had all these people tell me that there are going to be people that are going to be there for you and back you up. And my initial thought to that statement that I'd heard so many times was, I don't need them. I mean, I can do it myself. The scope of this job is so great, it is literally impossible to do it all yourself. And I am happy to say that I am a somewhat reformed do-it-yourselfer now. I have had so many people step up in huge ways, and I can't possibly thank everybody enough tonight. I do want to take a couple of moments to name a few. First of all, where are my 21, 22 assistant governors? Who's in the house? Stand up, guys. Stand up, stand up. Give these guys a huge round of applause. So most of you guys are going to know, but for those that don't, assistant governors are assigned a group of clubs. And we have 12 assistant governors in our district. And you know, the job description varies depending on, you know, what clubs you have. And I can tell you that essentially all our assistant governors have done an unbelievable job. And the ones here tonight are exemplary. And I cannot thank you guys enough for making this journey for me so gratifying. And thank you so much for your help. When I look around the room, I see Cookie Billings. Cookie stepped up for me and our district in an enormous way. District Rotary Foundation Chair is an unbelievably in-depth, difficult, time-consuming job. Cookie has a lot of Rotary duties. She is also one of the people that said, hey, if you ever need anything, just ask. Claudia Kennedy had to step away from her position as District Rotary Foundation Chair midway through the Rotary year. And I asked Cookie if she would step in that position, and she did. Please give Cookie Billings a huge round of applause. I don't see Jim Kennedy here tonight, but Jim is another one that told me, about 3 years ago when I was selected to be in the district governor chain, he was another one that said he would do whatever I needed. Well, at the 11th hour, we had the person that we thought was going to be the incoming district treasurer step away. And we were scrambling, and I thought, well, Jim had done a heck of a good job as the treasurer of Gate City, and I knew he had some district experience, and so picked up the phone. He said yes as well. And I think the lesson here is, do not tell me you will do anything for me unless you mean it. Another person that's in the room that I want to give a quick shout out to, youth services has always been sort of a collection of chair positions. And, the incoming district governor chain thought about it, and we really felt that we needed a cohesive, someone that really united all those chairs under an umbrella, a youth services umbrella. And so we asked Judy Brumley, who has a amazing passion for youth programs, to really create this position. It's a district level position, and in fact, after the operating procedures changes, it's going to be an executive committee position because we think it's that important. So please give Judy Brumley a hand for taking that on. The last person I want to mention tonight, you want to talk about, really pulling me out of the fire. District conference was coming up, and I don't. Josh isn't here tonight, and if he was, he would readily agree with what I'm going to say. I made the mistake of picking a father of a young child, and a guy that runs a thriving business as my district conference chair. Don't ever do that. And he will be the first to tell you that. Well, I had gotten some polite prodding from Karen Pollard throughout the lead up to district conference. We get about up to February, and she's like, Chris, we've got some concerns about district conference. We got to get on the ball. And my internal clock was ticking, and I agreed with her. We needed to get on the ball, and she really stepped up and helped co-chair that with Josh. So for that, thank you. Please give Karen a big round of applause. So I want to talk about just a couple of accomplishments. I think we did some good stuff this year. We got the website completely revamped. Phil Morris has done an unbelievably amazing job with that website since Al Gore invented the internet. I mean, it's been a really long time, right, Phil? I mean, he has been at it for a really long time, and with his help, we were able to get the website updated to a newer platform, get some additional people trained to help with content on that, which we got launched at the beginning of the year. RILA Reboot, which is a big deal. Christy Kinsey was our chair for RILA. Please give her a round of applause. It was an amazing program. We got the MOP revision done after a year and a half, 2 years worth of work. That got passed and redone. We rebooted Triple Crown this year to put that back in the forefront of clubs, which I think went a long way towards increasing giving. Ukrainian relief, and something that we're close. I mean, we've got just about a week left, but we are tracking to have a net gain in membership in District 7690 this year. Mostly we focused on the clubs. And, I think a lot of times Rotary sends mixed messages. And it has, I think it has something to do with people's sense of self-importance. The RI level, they think a lot of themselves. Zone level, no offense, Patrick, but, zone thinks a lot of themselves too, right? And, there's a lot of directives. And then you get to the district level, and, oftentimes the district thinks a lot of itself. At the end of the day, this organization is about clubs and what clubs do. That is our backbone. And thankfully, we have a district governor chain that has been in lockstep about what our priorities have to be in District 7690, and that is about supporting our clubs, going back to those basics, making sure that we're strong on networking, we're strong on fellowship, and we are strong in service. And that's what this year has been about, and I think it's been a huge success. So thank you. I am not in charge of doing the introduction for Debbie. That is going to be for someone else. But I do not want to leave this microphone without giving her what, for me, is the highest compliment. And that is, she is ready. And I'm excited to see what happens in 22-23. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Chris. I'm going to adjust this down because I'm not 6'5". I was supposed to announce this earlier, and I forgot. You might have noticed right in front of us here is a tripod with a camera. This is being recorded. Be careful what you say under your breath. The microphone's really good. I understand that we will have access to this video in a couple days, maybe 3 days. There is a stack of cards. Everybody see this? What does the phone number say? No, you can't see it that well. There's a stack of these cards on the back table, so pick one up on the way out. You can have that to share with others who might not have been here, or if you want to see how funny Chris was, you can check that out again. So be sure to pick up a card on the way out. It is my pleasure to be able to introduce our next speaker, who will also do a bit of an introduction. He is Carl Treelevin. Some of you in the room may remember Carl as a Rotarian in our district. He and I were both well, I still am, but he was a member of the Crescent Rotary Club, and he followed a certain somebody as club president in 2002-03. He significantly improved the standing of our club by following a certain someone as president, right, Carl? He was the much upgraded version of me. Carl and his wife Lena moved to Florida, I believe, in 2006. Business opportunities there, and not too soon after that, Carl sold his primary business, which freed him up to go full force into a number of areas, Rotary for sure, a number of other charitable activities, writing a book, and venture capitalism, as well as angel investing. He did about everything you can do in his new district in Florida. He chaired Group Study Exchange, and a program that doesn't exist but was much beloved by those of us who were in Rotary when that still existed. He served his district as governor. I was sure he was going to be district governor here in this district, but he ended up being district governor of Florida. He has served as one of those zone people that Chris was just disparaging, as an endowed and major gifts advisor, and he covered a territory that included Georgia, Florida, the entire Caribbean, all the way to the top of South America. Huge territory. Along the way, he was awarded the Citation for Meritorious Service by the Rotary Foundation, approved by the Rotary Foundation trustees. He and Lena joined the Arch Clump Society, which is the highest level of recognition for our most generous donors to the Rotary Foundation. Really a tremendous thing they've done to support all that Rotary and the Rotary Foundation does in our world. So it is truly a treat to have Carl Treelovin come all the way from Florida to be with us this evening. Let you take it away, Carl.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you. Hey, he got that wrong. I followed the really good one. But it is always a pleasure to come back to North Carolina. I know my wife and I both miss being here a great deal. It's always, I always have very fond memories. Got my start in Rotary, in Crescent Rotary Club. Still one of the finest Rotary clubs in all of Rotary. Part of one of the finest districts in all of Rotary, 7690. So, okay. But as Patrick said, we moved down to Florida back in 2005, and I ended up as district governor. After that, I was the district Rotary Foundation chairman. And one of the things you do as district foundation chairman is you have to have the annual fund. My annual fund chairwoman, none other than Debbie Branson Scott. She did a terrific job doing that. Spent her time not only doing a great job, but making me look good. So I certainly appreciate what you did, Debbie, on that. And in a sense, it was a trade. I got traded down to 6950. Y'all got Debbie from 6950. I'm here to tell you, you got the better end of the deal. Now, most of y'all probably have spent your entire Rotary career in one club. Is that right? Probably. And certainly all in the same district. Debbie is a little bit different. She's been in not only one district, not two districts, not three districts. She's been in 4 different Rotary districts. Got her start in District 6970 down in Florida. Rotary Club of Gainesville, Florida. Any Gators in the house? All right, yeah, absolutely. All right, well, anyway, did a great job with that club. Then moved off to District 6330 up in Michigan. Served as an assistant governor up there. Apparently did a really fine job up there too. Then down to my district, 6950, clearly did a good job down there. And now has moved up here to 7690. And obviously somebody's been paying attention here. You can see what she can do, and you're putting her in the right job. Yes, indeed, she is ready, to do that job. So So Debbie, in a sense, has taken a different sort of a road than the typical Rotarian. And I'm reminded of the words of Robert Frost, you know, the famous poet. And I would try to recite this from memory, but I don't trust my memory. So let me read it to you. The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. And indeed, Debbie has taken a road less traveled. And it reminds me of someone else. Robert Frost himself took a road less traveled. He was originally from California and went to Vermont. And someone else well-known in Rotary was the same. From Wisconsin, went to Vermont. That would be Paul Harris. And Paul Harris clearly took a road less traveled. You're familiar with the story. It's February 2005 in Chicago. February 1905. February. Anyone feel cold already? Yeah. And Harris was a young lawyer, and at the time had recently moved there. Chicago at that time was a city they would describe as a place with very sharp elbows. And it was really unclear who you might trust in a place like that. Harris's challenge, hey, he wanted to meet other people, especially people of high integrity. So he might have taken the usual road. Being a lawyer, well, meet up with other lawyers. Or maybe meet up with people in his church or his golf club or something like that. But what does he do? He does something entirely different. He intentionally goes out and finds other men who do something else and brings them together. And you know, back in February of 1905, he formed the first Rotary Club. And we know what's happened after that. And the core idea was bring together people of all different professions, bring their networks together, make sure they're people of high integrity. And what do we have today? Well, we have very much that on a worldwide basis. Literally, 1.2 million subject matter experts in every imaginable field. And they all have connections. And we believe they are people of high integrity. And so whatever the problem there might be, whatever it might be, there's someone somewhere in that network who can help you solve that particular thing. Who else has that? Absolutely nobody. And Harris, taking a different road, actually created something truly amazingly different. Let me show you an example of that. There was once a little boy, he was about 9 or 10 years old at the time, and every day his mother would take him to school, leave him there, and then at the end of the school day, she would come dutifully, pick him up, take him home. Well, one day she did in fact take him to school, but at the end of the school, Mom wasn't there, and he went home to find out that while he had been at school that day, his mom had taken ill and had gone to the hospital. Unfortunately, they didn't know what was wrong with her. Well, it so happened that his father and his grandfather were both Rotarians. And they also just happened to be having a committee meeting for the Rotary Club that night at their home. So everyone, all these Rotarians gather around this family's dinner table to have a meeting. And they're having this meeting, and the little boy is kind of hanging around and, on the side of the room looking in. All of a sudden, the phone rings. And the father answers the phone, and he's sitting there listening. And the longer he was there, the grimmer the look on his face. Finally, he hangs up, and he said, "They figured out what's wrong with her. She has polio." Now, this is obviously a bad thing, but it got worse. You see, she not only had polio, she needed to be in an iron lung, and very, very quickly. The problem? There weren't any iron lungs in town. There weren't any iron lungs in the entire country. So what do you do when your wife is dying of polio, needs to be in an iron lung, and there's no iron lung even in the country? Well, remember I told you they were Rotarians. So what do Rotarians do? Jump into action. So what do they have to do? Figure out, well, where could we find it? Well, they had Rotarians with all different types of skills and professions. So some of them got on the phone trying to find an iron lung. And good news is they found one in a nearby country. Well, that's good, but how do you get that iron lung from this country to their place? Well, that was somebody else who knew something about shipping and transportation. Then you get it there, you gotta get it through customs. Well, somebody else knew how to do that and then ship it. The bottom line good news, they got the iron lung there. They got her in it while she was still living. And then the waiting. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Continuous waiting. Is this woman going to survive? And finally, after about 9 months, she walked out of the hospital and lived for 47 more years. And it only happened because of what they had done. In case you're interested in seeing it, if you look here, you can see the iron lung that woman was in. And there's the hospital staff that helped her out. Now, you will notice I did not tell you what country this was in or when it was. And in fact, it was in the country of Sri Lanka. I also didn't tell you who it was. Well, the woman, there's a picture of her way over there on the left. Her name is Vaiji. And she's sitting there with her then adult son. And some of you Rotarians here may recognize him. His name is Ravi Ravindran. He was president of Rotary a few years ago, and recently the chairman of the trustees of the Rotary Foundation. Let me ask you, do you think that experience had an impact on his life? Indeed it did, an incredible impact. So why do I tell you a story like that? Well, frankly, actually, one of the stories comes very close to home to Debbie, because like Ravi, Debbie's mother is also a polio survivor. And just as Ravi's life was truly impacted by this experience, so too has Debbie's life been on it. Now, this is a wonderful example of this incredible network that Rotary has created. But understand something. This happened probably in the mid-1950s, long before Rotary ever thought about doing anything with polio eradication. So at the end of the day, it really isn't so much a story about Rotary doing polio. Obviously, that's important. It's actually a story about Rotarians helping each other out. That's why they did it. And remember, that's really the reason that Paul Harris ever created this organization, so we could help each other out. And obviously, the Rotarians in that club really helped him out. And the same is true here and all of our clubs. And I'm really glad to hear, Chris, that your emphasis upon supporting the clubs. And this is a perfect example, this incredible network that we have in Rotary, the way it can help us support our clubs and our members in so many ways, bringing this incredible network together to support. That was a true insight Paul Harris had. But there was actually a second insight, and that was the ability to take this very network that's helping each of us out and do good in the world, which really is the whole idea behind our Rotary Foundation. So we can take this fantastic worldwide network of all these people with expertise and skills and connect it. And the perfect example of that is polio eradication. You know, when you think about it, polio, the problem with polio isn't money. If it were a money problem, the Gates Foundation would have solved it long ago. It's way, way more than that. And we, as Rotarians, are a key part of that because of this incredible network we have of experts around the world with the capacity to bring all kinds of different things together to solve those problems. And now we have a new opportunity to take that network and actually make it even deeper and bigger. Our incoming president, Jennifer Jones, her focus upon diversity, equity, and inclusion. And if you think about it, that's just a new way to make that network even more powerful. The amazing thing is, at one time, Debbie couldn't have been a Rotarian, nor could any of the other women have been here. In fact, she was what at the time was called a Rotarian, spouse of another Rotarian. You know, couldn't do it. Well, fortunately, we got that one fixed. But here's the amazing thing. If you think about it, I'll bet you there are a gazillion other Debbie Branson Scotts and all kinds of other folks out there who've never considered Rotary because they don't look like people such as me. In fact, some people refer to us as stale, male, and pale. Well, enough of that. That was then. This is now. We need to have more of people like that. And so we have that opportunity to do it with this organization. So I'd like to ask Debbie to come up now. And I want to offer a challenge to Debbie and really to all of you in District 7690. And the challenge is to do that, to take this incredible network that we have and find ways to do things for the Rotarians in your district, to make it an even greater value to be part of Rotary. This network can do it. And then take that very same one to do more service, both in local communities and around the world, finishing the job of polio eradication and all the other great things you do with the foundation. And finally then, to find ways to find more people who may not look like us, but have incredible ability and really should be part of this. Are you up for the challenge?
Absolutely.
I figured you were. So with that, let me ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. So, I, Debbie Branson Scott,
I, Debbie Branson Scott,
promise to support the clubs of District 7690
promise to support the clubs of District 7690
in pursuit of the object of Rotary
in pursuit of the object of Rotary
and to support the leadership of Rotary International
and to support the leadership of Rotary International
and to support our zone director
to support our zone director
and in particular to make the clubs of District 7690
and to make the clubs of District 7690
over the course of the next year
over the course of the next year
even more effective and powerful than they are now.
even more powerful and effective than they are now.
Great. Congratulations. I am pleased to present to you your new district governor, Debbie Branson-Scott. With that, I turn it to you.
Thank you so much, Carl and Lena, for coming up. You, Carl, are an amazing and great Rotarian. You mentored me when I was in 6950. And District 7690, I knew about you all a long time ago. Carl started talking about Triple Crown that he had in his district before. And I was determined to get my area to be all 100% Paul Harris clubs and try to go for that Triple Crown. And I got them 100% Paul Harris fellow clubs. And I thought after I got that money from them, the next part of the Triple Crown was the benefactor. Piece of cake. I'm just asking them to sign a paper that when they die, they're going to give $1,000 to Rotary. Wouldn't you think that was easier than collecting $1,000? Nope, nope, and nope. I thought I was asking them for $10,000. The way they did, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not messing with my will. So I was in awe and envy of District 7690 a long time before I even moved here. So again, thank you so much this means so much to me. So now I would like to call up the amazing woman that Chris was talking about, past District Governor Cookie Billings. She is going to install the rest of our officers and our assistant governors. Cookie, thank you so much for doing this for us.
Would you like to do the governor's banner first? Whatever you want. Do the governor's banner first. So let's get this down on my level. I have been a little nervous about getting up in front of a group since Chris Justice tried to rip me off the stage a few weeks ago. So I've tried to shorten this up as best I could. But one of the things that that Debbie asked, why do you have a governor's banner, and what do you do with it? And I thought, here's an opportunity to talk about institutional memory. Debbie did not understand the district governor banner process. So let me go through that. I realized that I've been attending and playing a role in district level and been in this district for 26 years. So I'm very familiar with it. But there are a lot of new people that are not. We have a district banner that we moved from the sitting governor's home club to the new governor's home club. And that is out of appreciation and respect to the clubs. Because I will tell you that presenting this banner to the club is symbolic. Clubs often are having to give up a very valued member for the rest of the year. I'm telling you, Debbie's going to be AWOL. Don't look for your valued member there. The club often is called on to financially support some of the things that go on during their governor's year. The members are requested to support the year's events in many different ways. In roles, I know I had 3 or 4 people within my club that played absolutely critical roles during my year as governor, and everyone was required to be at every event that we had. Let's hear Jonesboro. We've got a great So the governor's banner is meant to recognize the members of the governor's club and their service during this special year. And our district thanks this club for their special support and for the members who will provide the service this year and support District Governor Debbie. So I'll ask now Erica Parker to come forward, and also who is president of the Summit Club, and Yvonne Bullard who is Debbie's sponsor here, just to make a good photo opportunity for Phil. The district governor's banner is in the middle, and now Debbie's going to take that one home with her tonight. So congratulations to the clubs, and thank you. This a great picture, and I had a very long speech about institutional memory, but we'll save that for another day.
And I just have, so I have 27 years of perfect attendance since the day I joined Rotary. So you now know that I've been in 4 districts. To have perfect attendance, I immediately have to start finding a Rotary Club and doing makeups. Well, when I visited Jonesboro, this lady met me at the door, and she basically never let go. And Jonesboro calls her Rotary Queen Mom for Jonesboro. And when I was inducted, she gave me a tiara, and she said that I now was the princess. So I have kept this, and I want you to know how much that meant to me. And I'm going to put this back on my Queen Mom.
All right, for Jonesboro. Thank you. So we'd love to install Debbie's leadership team now. So if I can call you to line up here, I'm going to ask Van Langford, our now district governor-elect, Ron Pierce, our now district governor nominee, our James Gowdy, our new, yay, Rotary Foundation chair, John Spillman, membership chair, Kathy Torrey, Public Image Chair, Judy Brumley, Youth Service Chair, and Charles Allen, take the stage again as a PDG Vice Governor. Wonderful choice, wonderful choice. A successful district governor candidate is provided with almost 3 years of very valuable leadership and management training that includes the opportunity to share ideas and learn new concepts, the opportunity to meet and make friends with Rotarians literally from around the world, the opportunity to build close friendships and strengthen bonds with existing and future leaders, the golden opportunity to make club visits to each of the clubs within the district. In short, serving as a DG is an opportunity of a lifetime. It is a privilege earned with years of dedicated service, as you see, and the promise to continue to serve long after you have completed your DG year. The investment that a district and a Rotary International make in a future governor's training is an investment in the future of Rotary. So again, I'm honored, but it is my privilege tonight to install DG Debbie's elected and appointed members of the District Executive Committee. They are ready to serve and guide our district, to mentor future Rotarian leaders, and to support Debbie in her year as governor. I know Debbie is fully ready, as we've said and heard, to serve as an officer of Rotary International. We are here tonight to celebrate the future of Rotary in District 7690. And that future is in steady and capable hands, And with this ceremony, we commit to work together to ensure that we imagine Rotary in District 7690. Serving this coming year on the district leadership team, our district has shown great faith in your abilities, and the responsibility that you are assuming is a very important one. I will now ask you to respond to a few questions. Please wait until all questions have been asked before you respond, and then you will just say, "I will." Okay.
No other choice.
Will, raise your hand, right hand. Will you promise to promote the programs of Rotary International and adhere to the provisions of the RI Constitution, bylaws, and Rotary Code of Policies? Further the object of Rotary by providing leadership and supervision of the clubs in the district. Ensure continuity within the district by working with past, current, and incoming district leaders in fostering effective clubs. Act based on fairness to all concerned in a manner consistent with the four-way test. If you will promise to do these things, please express that now by saying, "I will." I will. Thank you. As Debbie presents the pins, now they're stuck. They took the promise. They have the pin. There's 6 to 8 years, I think, you're obligated at least before. So just so you know. So I had a story, but due to Chris, I'm not going to tell the story now. So what Debbie has asked me to do is install her assistant governors, and I think she's done a marvelous job. I know we're missing one who has a family obligation with her daughter in Appalachian. Yeah. Okay. So I'll ask for all the rest of them to come forward. Dick O'Donnell, Mary Thomas Gilbert, Lloyd Barnhart, Tanya Fagans, Joanne, I can't read it, Owen, Kim Cecil, Steve Headley, Alexander Jacoby, Katie Walker, Erica Parker, and Jeff Jordan. Please come forward. I congratulate each one of you on being selected as 22-23 Assistant Governors for Rotary District 7690. Your district leadership has chosen its very best representatives to lead and serve our Rotary clubs and, and fellow Rotarians during the Rotary year. It is now my honor to install you as Assistant Governors, and my assistant team will help pin you. But I will ask that you listen carefully to all questions and wait until I ask you to respond, just like our first group did. Please raise your right hand, and will you solemnly promise to promote the programs of Rotary International, to participate in and support the programs of the Rotary Foundation, to faithfully represent the district governor, the district governor-elect, and the district governor nominee in all programs of District 7690, to work diligently on behalf of your clubs, and to live by the four-way test? If so, say, "I will."
I will.
Fellow Rotarians, I present to you the Assistant Governors of Rotary District 7690. Now, I'm going to grab Patrick Eakes. I think he's ready to come up. And I have a long, and everybody may be seated now. I have a long introduction for Patrick. So as he takes his time coming forward to the microphone, oops, I'm out of time. It's just.
Okay, you all got to hear from Carl Trelevin earlier a bit about Debbie's bio, but I want to add to that just a bit with the rest of her introduction. You might have guessed she was born in Florida, born in Orlando, in fact, and is a graduate of the University of Florida. I think we heard that before. We're still trying to get past that. We think we can do it. Carl mentioned, I think, that she had been a member of the Rotary Club of Gainesville. It's worth noting, this club of almost 300 members, she was their Rookie of the Year when she joined in 1995. And she then served as their president in, I believe, 2000, 2001. I got notes here. Oh, she says I'm right, 2000, 2001. But a huge club, larger than any club in our district, in fact. She moved here in 2018. You know she joined the great Jonesboro Rotary Club, just adding to their great tradition. And she finally found the right district to be district governor after trying out 3 others. I think it's going to work out pretty well for our district and for Debbie. Debbie is a Paul Harris Fellow, a benefactor, a member of the Bequest Society, a very generous donor to the Rotary Foundation. She is a recipient of the Rotary Foundation Citation for Meritorious Service. And I'll just tell you frankly that you don't see a whole lot of people who are awarded that before their district governor, especially many years before their district governor. It's a big deal, Debbie. She is a faculty member for the Rotary Leadership Institute, the Mid-Atlantic Division that serves us, which is not an easy thing to attain, I can assure you that. She has held a real estate license in Florida for about 40 years and now in North Carolina. I don't know that you're going to have a whole lot of time for that, but keep that license renewed. You're probably going to introduce your family who is here, but I do want to take a second to acknowledge that after many years of an incredibly successful Rotary Youth Leadership Program that we had a forced break with COVID and rebooted this year, and I remember Debbie telling me over and over and over, I've got the perfect folks to run this. It's going to be amazing. Her daughter Christy, son-in-law Trey, huge parts of that. Christy was the director of it, and I will tell you, as the father of one of the participants, a young man who is understated in his compliments, let me put it that way. Good at eye rolls, but understated in the compliments that he gives. He told Kristen and me on the way home 4 times, maybe 5 times, I am so glad I went to Ryland. I am so glad. He has followed that up this week by saying, I have 12 new brothers, and he is impossible to please. So thank you for bringing that to our district. We know that you're going to bring many other innovations, Debbie. I was going to say that sometimes in sports, a trade is made for a player to be named later. Carl kind of alluded to that. And the night I heard that Debbie had been selected as our next person in line to be governor, I sent Carl an email because he had told me about this amazing Rotarian who was moving to our district. And I said, we found out who the player to be named later is in the form of Debbie Branson Scott. So Debbie, I'm going to invite you to come to the stage, to the front, but as you do that, I'd like all of you to rise, and not for the traditional applause. There's going to be some coaching involved. Simon says stand. We know that Debbie is an avid fan of University of Florida athletics. I have seen this in action. Yes. So please, with me, let's give a Florida chomp welcome to our next district governor, Debbie Branson Scott.
So, those of y'all that have been to my training know that I usually come running into the room and I'm, woohoo! Let's go! I didn't think it would be really appropriate to be running in my long dress, so I figured I'd just add the woohoo. It is truly with great pride and the utmost humility that I begin this journey as the district governor of this amazing District 7690. I would like to thank all of you in this room. Thank you for being here, but most of all, thank you for supporting me. What an amazing leadership team that has stepped up to the plate. I am so in awe and so proud of all of y'all. Jonesboro Rotary Club, please stand. These are my people. Thank you all. Notice what I look like, because like Cookie said, you're probably not going to see me for a while. You haven't seen me much really the last 6 months, but thank you so much. Past district governors, thank you. This journey, 2.5 years, newer to the district, because as you can see, I know Rotary, but I didn't know this district. And I hit the ground running when I got into this district because I knew how amazing, from Carl talking a lot about this district. And it was the past district governors that I was able to lean on, and they gave me advice, let me know who I needed to talk to. So thank you again. I appreciate that so much. I would like to thank my other half, Russell Doby. Thank you for taking this journey with me. He's only been a Rotarian for a year, but he's really been a Rotarian all of his life. If there is ever a need in anybody, this man is there. He would take the shirt off his back. He has given a car away. He's always been a Rotarian. He just wasn't part of a club. Thank you for your patience this past 6 months. And I hope you have a little bit more for about another 6 months, because I really need that patience. Thank you so much. I would like to recognize my Rotarian daughter, Christy Kinsey, my pastor son-in-law, Trey Kinsey. My grandbabies, they couldn't make it. One's under the weather, and so Noah and Branson, 10 and 6. A lot of y'all hear about them. They are our future Rotarians, because you know they're not going to, once they get old enough. My daughter was the youngest Rotarian in 6970. She was 22 years old. She grew up in a Rotary family, her father and I in Rotary. She is one of my biggest supporters. I am so proud to be your mom. Proud of you. I know I had thanked you when you installed me, but again, Carl, thank you so much. It meant the world to me when I called you and you just immediately said yes. Thank you. Of course, he immediately said, Lena will love this more than me. She loves to come to Greensboro. And that's exactly what Lena told me when she came here. So, Carl, I've made this blanket for you. One of the things that I did, my cousin-elect at PET, and Russell helped me, I made 53 blankets for all of my cousin-elects. And I had people that were coming up to me and asking me if they could buy one. Because the Corey Center is freezing. Absolutely freezing. And all of my president-elects, because one of the things I talked about was how Rotary International President-elect at the time, Jennifer Jones, she talks about the comfort and care of our members. And I wanted my president-elects, and I want you to know, I'm always there for you, and thank you for being there for me. And so I would, if you need a hug, just wrap this blanket around you and just know it's a hug for me, and thank you.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Past District Governor Cookie, can you come up, please, ma'am? So Cookie got to see all the blankets at Pat's, but she didn't get one then. Cookie has been by my side since day one when I was nominated in 2019. As Tommy Rosser needed a trainer, and he asked me the day after I was nominated, would I be the trainer? And I said yes, but who was your trainer before? And it was Cookie. And I met with her, and she has been unbelievable support to me since that day. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you're sweet. I appreciate that. There's your blanket. Thank you. Thank you.
This is
Oh,
the
goodness.
Jennifer Jones scarf.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Oh, look. That's so special.
Past District Governor Patrick, if you could please come up. Patrick's another one that has been right by my side since I was nominated. I was nominated and I was already going to zone as the emerging leader, so it just worked out perfect just a couple weeks after I was nominated. And Patrick sort of took me under his wing, although he was amazed because of 6950 being in the same zone that I knew a lot of people. Thank you for taking me under your wing, for supporting me, guiding me. You are amazing, and thank you. Past District Governor Charles. Charles is my vice governor. Those of you that don't know, the vice governor takes over if something happens to me. So I hope that he never has that opportunity. But it gives me, as I've told you before, such peace and comfort to have you by my side. You were right there from day one also. Brothers Breakfast and Sandra, and we met after and talked. And you have been such a confidant. You are such a constant, so strong in this district. You have done an amazing job as the membership chair for the past 3 years, and thank you for being my vice governor. So one of the things that I didn't know is when Patrick was talking about his tie and who had those same ties, that's not the tie that we get from Russell Hampton when, as a district governor, we order those, or the scarves. And I got this box when I was supposed to be having my international assembly, and I opened up this box, and there was the most beautiful tie and scarf in there. And then I'm going over to my Russell Hampton box. Man, they really missed the boat. How come I don't have these really nice ties and scarves to give away? Well, I'm not 100% sure, and you might be able to correct me, but for a $150 contribution, I don't know if it's just a district governor or is it anyone, $150 contribution to the Rotary Foundation, and you need to let them know, and then you too can have one of these ties or scarves. So, Van, district governor-elect, Ron, district governor nominee, James, you all don't have a special tie. Please come forward. So I want all the men that are around me to look so handsome, right? So now everybody is going to look like Russell with his and Patrick. As I said earlier, what an amazing leadership team we have coming into 22-23. You know, I just gave these blankets out, and I gave the blankets, as I said, to President-elect. And there was a President-elect that he had a member, long-time standing member, and she's got cancer. And you know what he did? He gave her his blanket. So Robin Moore, Southern Pines president, please come forward and get you another blanket. Yeah. Isn't that what Rotarians do? Absolutely. So who is Debbie Branson Scott, besides the lady in blue? Yes, my closet is very full. Kathy Harpster came and was helping me carry something to Pat's, the blankets. And she came in the room and she got the bins and she's like, I gotta come see your closet. I just really need to see. Well, I've been collecting blue because this is also Go Gators blue for 20 years. And it just started as a thing when I was president, and I could wear orange with it for Gators, and then I could just wear gold for Rotary. But who am I? When I have the opportunity, and I usually always take it, to talk about Rotary, to brag about Rotary, and that's what we should be doing as Rotarians, because we are members of the most amazing organization. And I start telling them about everything that we do, and then I tell them, and Rotary is to the core of who I am. When I was in college, I found a quote by Theodore Roosevelt, and I have lived by it ever since I found it. It says, "What a man does for himself dies with him. What he does for his community lives long after he's gone." That's Rotary. That's who we are. When Rotarians see a problem, an issue, what do? Just like the story Carl was talking about. Rotarians just start getting together. They start fixing it, solving it. They just take care of it. And for years, I've talked about how it's like magic. It just goes away. It disappears. It disappears in our community. It disappears in our schools if we have a problem. It disappears in the world. And that's what we do. And when I was nominated as district governor, I knew that we have to come up with a theme. And of course, my biggest supporter here, I talked to my daughter, and I'm like, I gotta do something with magic. I always talk about magic and how it just disappears. Our service projects, it's magic. And then I started getting so excited. If you've ever heard Rotary International President Jennifer Jones talk, and I got to listen to her for a little over a year at different times. And I would be writing notes because we're all on Zoom. And she would talk about that certain magic of Rotary. And I was telling my daughter one day after a meeting, because she said it several different times, and I'm like, her theme, oh my gosh, what if it's like magic? Well, I was talking to past Rotary International Barry Rasson at Chris's district conference, and I was telling him that story, and he says, well, which was interesting because he immediately knew, he said, the word magic in some cultures is evil, is bad, is like voodoo. So of course in my head I'm thinking, I'll bet you she was thinking about it and they already researched it and she couldn't have it. But in District 7690, we can believe in the magic of Rotary. Why am I a Rotarian? Well, as Carl had mentioned, I was a Rotary Ann. And if you see the back of my car, my license plate is Ann because she can't be a Rotarian. So I thought, how appropriate. So I have a Rotary tag that says Ann. I was a Rotary Ann for quite a few years in the 80s. And I would go to district conferences and I would listen, and I was in such awe of this organization. I wanted to be a Rotarian, but they didn't allow women. So I had to be a Rotary Ann. When I had the opportunity in 1995, and I felt so sorry for the lady that asked me if I would like to join Rotary, because I just almost attacked her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have wanted to be a Rotarian for like 10 years. I was at a district conference in 1985. That was the year my daughter was born. And a speaker said they were going to take on the challenge of eradicating polio. Wow! Wow! I had so many emotions as I sat there. Because it's very personal to me. My grandmother was a polio survivor. She was in her 20s, probably close to the time Ravi's. And she always used to tell me stories. She lost friends because they didn't have enough iron lungs. She was very fortunate to just have some muscle tone effect. She didn't ever have to have an iron lung. She was so fortunate. And she used to say, because I was the first granddaughter, we were very close, and she would always tell me, that's because we got good, strong genes. Well, you know what? I am so thankful for those good, strong genes, because I would not be standing before you today. So that's why it's personal, and it's why I sat there in that room in 1985 and was determined that one day I would be a Rotarian. When I talk to new members, and they ask different questions, I say, it only takes one person to make a difference. One person with a passion. And I tell them the story of the Philippines in the 70s, that there was a Rotarian that decided that they did not want to see the scourge of polio and children dying and being crippled. So as Carl talked about, that Rotarian talked to other Rotarians, and they decided that in the Philippines, an island, they can eradicate polio. And they did. And that's when Rotary said, we can do this. So any new members in here, if you have a passion for something, that's all it takes. Get those Rotarians with you. As you can see, polio is my #1 priority for 22-23. I want to challenge all the clubs out there. Please have a project during October 24th, World Polio Day. I can imagine how amazing it'll be when all the news stations all over our 15 counties are talking about all these projects. So I challenge you. And I challenge you to go back to your clubs and please get your members to be a Polio Plus Promise member for $100. The commitment to keep giving, to keep up the fight so that we can keep our promise to the children of this world. Imagine what an amazing gift. I have goosebumps that we as Rotarians are going to give to this world when in 2026 or 2027, we all get to say, we have eradicated polio. The magic of Rotary is the power. I have a wand. So I want you all to remember that. The power you have within you as a Rotarian is magic. It's strong. And it's how we are changing lives every day. So again, thank you all. have fun in your clubs, just like we're going to have fun tonight, I would like to now introduce the magician that I have tonight so that you all will remember to believe in the magic of Rotary. David Lucas, comedy magician.
Are you ready for some evil magic? Oh no, that's a whole other show.
David. David. I am so sorry. Wow. You've got to give me 10 more minutes. I
Oh yeah,
forgot
yeah, yeah.
My... Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Wow. I'm so sorry. So when I was nominated as district governor, nominee designee, a couple days afterwards, I wanted to meet with then district governor nominee Chris Justice to find out what he had planned. I will say he was the toughest on me in the nominating committee. And he asked the most amazing questions that really made me have to think. And after that meeting, I knew that we would have the opportunity to do some amazing things in this district. Chris, thank you for letting me hang on to your coattails like I had given you that coat when we were at training. Thank you for everything that you have done in this district. You have made such a huge difference. We are second in the zone on the coattails of first. Thank you. Please come forward. Stephanie, can you please come forward?
I wouldn't let you out of here without giving me that PDG pin. So.
See, I was trying to somehow keep him subliminally. If you could pin him, please. So as everybody in this room knows, Chris is a little bit different. He likes to do things sometimes a little bit different. And it always is amazing. So I just couldn't get him a plaque with the gavel on there that everybody else gets. So this is what the judges get.
Whoa.
It's got the Rotary emblem on the edge. Chris Justice DG 2122.
Oh, that's cool.
In recognition of your outstanding leadership and dedication to District 7690, serve to change lives.
Thank you.
So hearing from other past district governors, I don't know if you're going to have as much time, but everybody knows that Chris likes games. So I don't know if...
I don't have that one. That's good.
It's called Pandemic Legacy. And I bet you some of y'all are thinking that it was probably developed during the pandemic. No. It was developed like in 2000. So it's an amazing game. I think your family will enjoy that.
Nice.
So when you're sitting at your desk, I mean, he's got to have a Pac-Man. on his desk.
Thank
So
you,
there you
thank
go.
Perfect.
And I know you have a bazillion socks, but I wanted you to have Jennifer Jones socks.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm so sorry.
Oh, please, thank you.
So Stephanie, I hope you're getting back. Now, we will have our magician, David Lucas.
Great time, and I'm going to need a $100 bill, a $100 bill, and a $20 bill. So while I'm quickly getting set up, I need the 100 and I need the 20 ready. All right. Let this lady hold it. All right, how many more pledges do we need? No. All right. So we have 100 and we have a 20, right?
Yes.
All right. And I didn't think I would need this, but, oh, is that a wireless? Oh, whoever works here, I think we talked about bringing the lights up, so more than one table can see. Do we have somebody that can bring the lights up? Yeah, they go up. Don't they? This is it? All right, all right. So, for you guys in the back, I'm going to make this dime disappear. That's an old Steve Martin joke. When he first broke into comedy, he was doing arena concerts, rock concerts, and he would come out with the arrow through the head, and he'd say, for my next trick, I'm going to make this dime disappear. So, all right, let me quickly make us a make-do mic stand here. So we have 100, we have a 20. My mother gave me more cord than this. Okay. Are you okay? Is that going to be embarrassing? Will you please hold that so we don't drop it? All right. And I'm sorry, I'm David. Lena, how are you? You know why they call me David? It's Lena, it's my name. That's why they call me that. All right, here. So this is not part of the trick. There we go. Don't let go. All right. You guys already got a discount. I can't pay for a mic. All right, I think we're good. All right, so we got a 20, we got a 10. No, we got 100, we got a 20. All right. Which one would you prefer to keep?
This one.
All right, there we go. So we have a $20 bill. The people in the front, Lena, and you can see that too. Is it Lena? Sorry, Lena. I said, is it Lena? And you said, okay, it's Lena. It's going to look like and sound like it rips. Now that's an illusion. All right? Now, Lena, hold this in really, really tight. Okay? And hold it high because we have people in the back that that didn't pay enough for their tickets, apparently. Okay. So, I can restore this because it's not really torn. However, if it's completely torn, we're out of luck, okay? So keep it tight, okay? She's gonna hold. Lena. No, you didn't let me down, I don't care. I already got paid, okay? I already got paid, so we're gonna show both sides. I'm gonna show you my hands. Will you hold this? My hands are empty, my sleeves are pushed back, my legs are attractive. What is your name? Yvonne. Yvonne, I can go home and get the same response, okay? All right, we're going to put them back together. Lena's going to hold your hand up high. In fact, why don't you join us and give her a round of applause. So go ahead and just open it and show everybody that it's been restored. What's wrong? No, you've never done this, have you? That's a problem. This is a problem. This is a real problem. All right. You might just have to hold the mic for the next 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So, do you need help with this? All right. Let me show you. We show both halves. And you're going to be the eyes and ears of those people in the back, okay? Okay. Mostly the eyes, since half of them are... Wake up! All right. There we go. Can you see both halves? There's not... Okay. I'm going to... Away from my body, away from any pockets. At no time shall my hands ever leave my arms. And wave your hand over if you would. So you have done this. What was that sound you made? Woo! Woo! Give her a big round of applause. All right, we're going to need some help. So once again, you're closest. I like to bring people from the back, but we need to keep this moving, don't we? So, Lena, you're here. We need another person. Carl. I didn't ask you to come up, Carl. But you are a true Rotary guy. You jumped up at the chance, okay? Push your sleeves back just a little bit like as a magician would. All right. You qualify. Come on up. Now, if someone does come up, I do expect thunderous applause for them, okay? All right. So, and I thought we were going to have your two grandchildren, so I was going to pull something like out of their ear, okay? But we'll just do yours, okay? So, Carl, I don't know. Well, we'll do that later because it might freak Lena out. Okay? Here, let me see. Let me see that one. All right. You hold A. You have ball A. You have ball B. A, B. I got it mixed up. Sorry. That's A. That's B. Hold them a little higher for the people in the back. Okay? That's A. That's B. Close your hands over. Okay? Turn your hands over. Raise your hand, Carl. Raise it lower. Carl, you can't raise anything lower. All right, that's all right. Ready? Everybody. A. A. B. B. Quicker now. A. B. A. B. A. B. This is the guy you said wouldn't get that. Okay. Now, raise him back up. Show everybody what's in your hand. Woo! They have switched. This is A. Okay. Did I not mention you got a great discount? Okay. I'm going to take this one, Carl. It's still Carl, right? It is Carl. Good. I'll take this one. You squeeze this one. Squeeze it tight, real tight. Please do not open. Okay? Sir, you will hold this one. It's going to feel really, really light. Please don't read any. Don't mimic. Captain Obvious. Okay. Ready? Keep it up high. Very good. Now. Forgot my routine. Thank you. You hold it, okay? I really wanted to see how long he was going to hold his hand up there. Okay. You hold it right there, Carl. You have pretty light, isn't it? Okay. You have one. Okay. I'm going to warm you up. Okay. You are a go-getter. You don't even know what warm up means to me. Okay? I mean, this is all grown-up show. Okay.
Jump into all.
That's right. Make a fist. I'm going to move your arms back and forth. If I'm too tight, you'll tell me. I'm stepping on my cord. Ready? Carl, what city do you live in?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I picked the right guy. All right, ready? Say roast.
Roast.
Louder. Roast.
Roast.
Boast.
Boast.
Coast.
Coast.
What do you put in the toaster?
Toast.
Okay. Help Carl. Maybe in Florida they put toast in the toaster. You probably wanted it toasted more. You're warm. Keep the one that has the ball in your hand. Ready? Make a fist. Okay, ready? Here we go. Now, say roast. Boast. If I'm too tight, tell me, don't kick me. Ready? Roast. Boast. Coast. What do you put in the toaster? Lena, I normally have you say bread, and then I say, Carl, how hard is that? That's all right. We're going to move forward. We're not going to dwell on that. Take a step back, but not like you did the other night, because it looks like you're either got electronic monitoring going on, or you hurt your ankle. Yeah. I'm also a probation officer. All right. I am. All right. Carl, you have one? You have one. Are you riding a Harley, or what are you doing? Which one does the ball? Okay, relax this hand. Ready? Which one's the ball in? Okay, Captain Obvious. You're going to be a thespian. That's with a T.
That's right.
Okay. So you're going to throw the ball, which is in this hand.
Yes. All right.
Thank you. And you're going to throw it through the air. It's going to go in this hand, that hand, or my pocket. Where do you want it to go? Okay, she wants it to go in my pocket. Is that what you said, Lena? Okay, thank you. One step back this way so these two people can see too. All right, ready, Carl? Throw it up in the air. Ooh, you make sound effects too. Dude, how did you do that? Did you state that? You put that in my pocket. Look in your hand, Lena. Show everybody. Lena, it's a magic show. Give both of them a round of applause. Thank you very much. You're both very, very good sports. It's a 3-ball trick. You have one, you have two in the hand, one in the pocket. We'll do it again, okay? Because it's a 3-ball trick now. So we have 3 balls. 3 balls. We have 1, 2 here, 1 here. Just like this. It'd be like, this would be Debbie. This would be the other clubs, okay? Debbie goes back, because she's only one person, but she has, if you call her, I feel certain she'll be there for you. There's Debbie right there, with you other 2 right there. Let's try it again. We have, oh, how sweet. 1, 2, there's Bill, there's Jack and Jill and Deb, thank you. I could have looked at the check, okay? pocket, well, that's another show too. But Debbie goes back home, takes care of business, but you give her a call, she'll be right there for you, right there with Jack and Jill. Now, eventually, let's see, we have Jack, we have Jill, and we have Debbie. Debbie goes back to her home base, and everybody's calling her, left and right. They want to congratulate you, and well-deserved. So, but at some point, you invite them to join you here in Bear Creek, in the pocket right there. Now, I'm going to ask you, Lena, to never, ever do this. I was hoping the grandkids were here because it's not appropriate for corporate work or this kind of work, but I'm going to do it anyway because I like doing it. You wink, I'm winking back. Yvonne, I usually tell the little boys, the little girls they won't do it, but the little boys, I do restaurant magic in Greensboro. If you're ever over there on a Monday night, Blue Rock Pizza, Adams Farm, ready? I tell the boys, never, ever do this at the dinner table. Go. It's rude. It's very rude. And don't spit it out and wipe it on a lady. Okay? Don't do that. All right. Now, thank you. I was thinking that was a clean one. This is a clean one. Hold it with your pinchers if you'll stand. All right? Now, I said if I bring someone up, I need you to clap. Right on that trap door. You were standing on it the whole time. You didn't even know. Take your pinchers. Grab it right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take that and wave it. Oh, she's a governor. You don't call them governess? Okay. You're going to wave it over my watch. Okay, this is my watch. That's okay. This is Carl's watch. Lena, why do you laugh at? Thank you very much. May I have a seat? You may have a seat. If you are missing anything, it did not happen with me tonight. All right? So, yeah. You ever been to a comedy club? Yeah, don't sit in the front row. All right? So, that's a nice watch. All right? I tell you what, those smart watches, those Apple watches, they're so expensive for such a poor design band. They just want to pop off. And I like to put them in my pocket. So, let's do this. I'm going to need... Oh, sorry. I'm going to need... You getting that? You must do a lot of these. That Porsche you're driving is awesome. Okay. That's not a joke. All right, let's do this. John, do you have a plus one? You have a spouse? You have anyone with you tonight? Yes. All right. John and Cookie, please come on up. All right, if you'll both stand right over here. Right there. John?
Yes.
I know your name because I did some magic at the table earlier, but you were handpicked by someone may or may not be at your same table now. No, he's still there. Okay. John, do you cross-dress? I mean, are there rumors?
Across the street, and I've been suspicious.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
When
All right.
started it?
You take one step back. I don't want to. Oh, this way. Sorry, my fault. Next to the firm, because I don't want these two folks to miss out either. John. So you're gonna go with that story?
I have you cross-dressed.
Okay. Well, that feels good, doesn't it? Sure. If your newly elected governor came to you and said, I need you to, well, she would never do that. Okay, but you would jump on that, right? You would do what was necessary. I'm going to tie a really tight knot with these two ladies' handkerchiefs. Cookie, make sure it's tight. Pretty tight. Okay. You're going to hide the knot. Oh, wow, good for you. You cut the little fake thing. Okay, good. All right. We're going to hide it in your collar. Is that all right? Sure. All right. Okay, we're going to just hide the knot. You can help if you want. Here, why don't you undo that top button? This is a party, okay? Here we go. This is how it starts. That's awesome. Raise your hand who said that. That's awesome. Cookie, I need you to come forward. You're going to hold that in. You're going to take one step forward. I'm going to hold this in. On the count of 3, and I'll tell you when to start it, but we're going to need a drum roll at your table, on your lap. When I tell you, all right, just because you had a great line in the show, it's still my show. Sir, your own lap, okay? All right. So, put your hands on your laps or on your table. Cookie and I are going to pull hard and firm, keep it right about here, and the knot is going to poof, it's going to dissipate. It's going to dissipate. Yvonne, it's going to disappear, okay? I was going to go after Carl, but I thought he drove all this way. Or did you fly? You drove. Oh, you drove, he flew. How does that work? All right, ready? Here we go. The knot will just poof, it'll be gone, which is a little bit lame because I'm a magician and I tied the knot. But, drum roll. 1, 2, 3, pull. Oh my God. Confirmed that theory, didn't we? He's a wonderful, wonderful sport. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. I'm going to have 2 of these. I have a black lace one that I thought wouldn't show up as well on the camera. I know, but I'm right here. The camera is right there. I should get to at least drive that Porsche. All right. Let's do a couple more things and let you get home. I really want to do this with you, but how about, let's bring someone from the back. How about the lady in the red? Come on up, quick. All right, give her a round of applause. And your name? Melissa. Melissa, if you'll stand right here. And, no, yep. Well, I wasn't looking down your shirt. Okay. You hadn't even got up here yet. All right. Take the skis. I do so many children's shows as well. I always say that at the kids' shows, I say, take the skizzers, and then after I say skizzers for a while, they all are wanting to correct me. And I say, don't be rude, I can't say scissors. Okay, take the scissors. Well, okay. Okay, we're going to cut white. Pink is flesh, white is rope. We're cutting white only.
Go.
Go. Very good. And those are pretty old ratty scissors, so you do have to go deep. Okay, now, here we go. Give it a cut. All right. I was being good. All right. All right. So, Melissa, if I bring it up through here, bring it through here, you give it a cut there, how many pieces would we have? And before you embarrass yourself, look at both ends. How many pieces would we have?
2.
How many? 2. But did you see the bottom too?
I see 2 ends cut 2.
Wow. That's awesome. Because I normally can get you. This isn't your natural hair color, is it? Okay. I can usually get you to say 4. Okay? Most of those, no, it's always 2, because then I go, woo, but not with you. Good for you, Melissa. And most of the time it happens in Raleigh. All right, now, hey, I was being political a little bit, but I'll also, do we have any state fans? Wolfpack fans? Wolfpack? Okay, Patrick, I can go much slower with any of this. Go Carolina! All right, here we go. Melissa, here's what we're going to do. You're going to give it a cut, make 2 pieces of rope. All right, 2 pieces. 2 pieces. Okay, it's not even. All right, give it a cut right there. She's going to cut it right there. Go ahead. You can use 2 hands if you want. All right, very good. I'll put that away. Okay.
It's still not even.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault. You're the one cutting. So give it a cut, make it even. You what? All right, now that she's made it even. All right, that's a problem. You want to use 2 hands and hold both ropes?
Probably.
How about if we just do this? There we go. It's even. All right. I'm going to show you how a magician makes 2 pieces. I like doing this with the little kids, and I'm afraid I'm going to use the same line. I'm going to show you how a magician makes 2 pieces into 1 piece. Oh, and by the way, we don't do the bra trick and some of the suggestive language at your 6-year-old birthday party. We'll wait until they're 9. No, I've worked professionally for 36 years. I would not be working if I did that. Now watch. Voila. 1 piece of rope. Did you not see what was going on with Yvonne? Yvonne winked at me, I winked back. I winked at you, nothing. Melissa, let's make the magic. Blow on the knot. 1 piece of rope. Give my assistant a finger. Thank you. All right. I really want to do this, but I'm going to skip it, but I really want to do it. Oh, gosh, darn. I got my ring caught in a hinge and about yanked my finger off. That's not a part of the trick, guys. Some sympathy would be nice. That was not a joke. Okay. I'm going to need, you're awake, right? I can't. Are you awake? All right. Will you push, make a place where you can do some coloring? Oh, you are not a grandma. You're a liar. Are you really a grandma? That's awesome. Okay. I have a picture of a stick man. Okay? It's not Carl. You are a good sport. All right? Now, Lynn, we've never met before tonight, have we? You seem rather proud of that. I have the envelope of mystery. I need you to sit on that, please. All right? Give me your name. Kathy. All right, Kathy. I have Crayola markers. This trick can go quick and it can be pretty cool, or it can go south really fast. No pressure. Just listen to me. Listen to my instructions, okay? Like I can really read your mind, okay? Now, oh, well, thank you. All right. You're going to have the markers right here, okay? Okay? You're going to have the markers right there. You're going to take a marker out. I will have my back turned. We're going to do this quickly. Don't worry about coloring in perfect in the lines. You'll take a marker out. I won't know what color. You'll take the cap off. I'll say color in the shoes. You'll take it, color his shoes in. You'll put the cap back on, and you'll leave it on the table right there. Okay? Then you'll say done. I'll say get another marker. But wait until I say get another marker. You ready? So you're going to leave that one there, and you're going to take a marker out. I'm going to walk over there, and you take any color you want out. All right? What I want you to do is take the cap off, and I want you to color in his shirt. Color his shirt in. Just start scribbling so the people in the back can see what color the shirt is. All right? Put the cap back on, put it on the table. Pick another color. All right? Look at me. Color in his hair. You looking? Color his hair in. What color was that? No, just kidding. All right? Put it on the table. Get another color, please. All right, let's color his shorts in, please. Color his shorts. This is a beautiful venue, you guys. You guys did a good job picking this. All right, put the cap back on. It's still beautiful. All right, get another marker. Let's color in his shoes or bedroom slippers, whatever you think they look like. All right, cap back on the table. Do we have any more crayons or markers? All right, go ahead and take that out. All right, color in his eyes. All right, you got it? It's all, we've used all the markers. All right, we're not going to drag this out. Will you bring it to me? All right, Lena, will you stand right here and bring the envelope of mystery? Are you with Carl? Oh, no, don't be embarrassed for that. All right. If you'll take a step back, there you go. Oh, you're the one that I wanted you to see. All right. So you've been sitting on that the whole time. You colored it. We have, if you'll show everybody, we have blue hair, jaundiced, yellow eyes, orange shirt, green shorts, red shoes. There's only one piece of paper. Make sure there's only one piece of paper in there. And if you will take it out and come stand next to the one right here. We have blue hair. Higher, people in the back can see. Blue hair, yellow jaundiced eyes, orange shirt, green shorts, red shoes. Give my sisters a applause. Thank you very much. All right, I think we need to wrap this up. But, you know, I did get to listen to a lot of what was being said. And, you know, when you guys see, you men and women see something that's broken in the world, with your help together, I can see where you can make things Fixed? Made whole? Made right. Did you get that? How come the camera's over there now? Oh, you're good. I'm just giving you a hard time. All right. Well, I think it's time. Oh, I tell you what. I was picking on you a little bit. If you'll stand right there. All right. What's your name? Ron. Ron. If you'll hold that, you're just going to hold. Go to the end. You're not going to pull. You're just going to hold. This is real simple. Even Patrick could do it. Okay. We have a long piece of rope, do we not, Ron? Yeah. And your name?
Roger.
Roger. 2 R's. Okay, come. Let's not play Let's Mess with the Magician, okay? Let's just go with the flow. Here's what we're going to do. On the count of 3, I want you to focus on my waist, Yvonne. I will cut myself in half. Drum roll. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Give my assistants a big round of applause. On the way from Greensboro, I found something on the highway. No, this is mine. I do a lot of baking. And Patrick brought it up earlier. He said, have you lost some weight? Only 190 pounds.
Wow.
I remember you from, I don't know, how, when you were like in middle school. Yeah, seriously. But on the way here, I don't know what state highway it was, okay? But I found a little critter. Okay? And believe it or not, I don't do this I don't have a children's routine with this guy. Okay? It's only for this show. I do it. And everybody, I don't want to put pressure on you, but everybody, I'm going to end with this, and everybody tends to like it, except the Humane Society. We had a nice banquet. It was nice until I finished. Okay, now, but his name is Rocky. He's a puppet. He has a rib cage, okay? You can put your finger in the rib cage like a slinky, okay? Like that. You can go underneath him, and you can feed him. Okay, 2 fingers, and he goes right up you, okay? 1 finger, woo! Okay, now, feel that right there. Feels real, doesn't it? Have you felt a real raccoon with no eyes? Okay. He does impersonations. Van Gogh. Now, I've been doing this bit so long that impressions need to be updated. Abraham Lincoln, Tom Selleck, Brooke Shields, Madonna in the early days. Okay? No, we're just going to cut right to it. Fellas, he's a slinky. Wrap him up, put him in your suit coat. Okay? Put him in your suit coat, take your lady out to a nice restaurant. Okay? A nice restaurant. Tablecloths, everything. Put him in your lap when you sit down. No one's going to see it except you. All right? Don't tell your wife either. Okay? You don't have to pet it like I find myself doing. Okay. I just like it. All right. So, keep him in your lap. I'm going to say the table's right here. It's not because I'm short, but people in the back can see. You're going to bring him up when you get your salad. Bring him up just for a bit and bob him up and down. And pop him back down. Okay? Don't let everybody see the raccoon. Take another bite. Pop him back down. What's that show? Bewitched. Mrs. What's the neighbor's? Kravitz, yeah. She's the only one that can see the magic, right? So, there's going to be a Mrs. Kravitz in that restaurant. And she's going to be going, look over there. And you're going to bring him up for a bite, put him back down. Eventually, everybody's going to see the raccoon in the restaurant eating off your plate. So, the waiter's going to come over and say, sir, we do not allow live animals in the restaurant. Not a problem.